being conquered is sure of defeat. Any idea whose line is this? Thank you. But it's of Napoleon Bonaparte. He is regarded as one of the greatest leaders of French army. And no one has ever risen to power so quickly than him. In 1773, he went from becoming captain of French revolutionary team to brigadier general. In 1777, he became the leader of the French army that was fighting against the Austrians, where he defeated them twice. And in 1804, he became the emperor of the French army. For many, Napoleon is more than an army general. He is regarded as a genius, as a god of war. However, there were few who thought that this is not true. Napoleon has always been a lucky guy, and these people are the Prussians. They believe that Napoleon has always faced enemies which were timid and weak, and if Napoleon ever faced these Prussians, then he would be revealed as one of the biggest fake people. And among these Prussian generals was one such person called Hohenlohe, who comes from one of the biggest aristocratic family of Germans, one who had a very illustrious military career, and he took his military journey at a very young age, and at the age of 50 he became the general. It is considered as young in Prussian standard. For him, success in war depends on organization, discipline, and the strategies that are set by trained military minds. He believed that war is a mathematical affair, an application of timeless principles, and if Napoleon Bonaparte's army ever faced them, then they would panic and be crumpled in the face of the disciplined army of Prussians. In 1806, finally the day came what Hohenlohe was looking for. Tired of Napoleon's activity, the king of Prussia decided to declare an war on Napoleon. And Hohenlohe was feeling ecstatic. This was the day he was waiting for, and this would be the climax of his career. He immediately came up with a plan to defeat the Napoleon's army, and that plan got approved. Now he was feeling very exuberant of that. However, that exuberance didn't last long, because after a few days he came to realize that Napoleon already knew the plan, because he had excellent spies kept surrounded in Prussia. But then the war game was already started, and once their war machines begins to start, nothing could stop it. Such was the discipline in the Prussian army. A few days before the war, the Hohenlohe came to realize that Napoleon's army was coming from the southern side rather than from the eastern side, and that has made Hohenlohe to change his track. His slow moving wagons were moved from eastern side to southern side, whereas Napoleon's army was coming with astonishing speed and fluidity. And then another shock came to Napoleon. You know what? They realized that this time Napoleon's army is not coming from south, but they are coming directly from north to the heart of Berlin, that is the kingdom of Prussia. And Hohenlohe got petrified and shocked, and he ordered for a retreat. Finally, in the month of October, they faced each other. While the number of armies were both same in Prussian and in French, but then the French army was an unruly force. They were fighting like demons. The military and the strategic army of Prussians could not face the French army. And in no time they got defeated. Like a house of cards, they got crumbled. And in few days, the once called Prussian army just came down to standstill. everything was buried there. Now you might be thinking that this is obvious, why the Prussian army had fallen down, because they had fallen 50 years behind their times. They had generals which were very old, and they were not acting towards the present circumstances. They were relying on the formulas that had worked in the past. They had armies which were moving very slowly, whereas the French army was moving with relentless pace and fluidity. So, for all of you, this can be a very interesting example from the history. But let me tell you, a majority of us today are moving towards our life in the same direction. As we grow older, we get more rooted towards our past. Habits takes over. Something that has worked in the past becomes a doctrine for us. And that doctrine always saves or always hides us from facing the reality. Repetition replaces creativity. And then suddenly we see one day a young Napoleon crosses our path who doesn't follow any traditions and who fights with his own rules and regulations. And these young Napoleons are none other than the people like Steve Jobs, Mark Zuckerberg, who has challenged the current status quo, who has defied the rules that are set by biggies like IBM and Yahoo, and went on to become to create an empire that was in today's world regarded as one of the most valuable organizations of the world. Now let me tell about an example from our India. Mahendra Singh Dhoni, the captain cool, right? He has never followed any rules of the retired people and has always followed the rules of his own, and that's how where he is today. Fellow Toastmasters and guests, never ever think that your old success will work in your present for your present situations as well. In fact, your old success are your biggest enemy. And if you always think that they will work, then you are a fool. So make sure that you do not fall trap of your old success, so that in a way your last war should not be, or your final war should not be your last war. Over to you.